How might our Torah learning be different if we focus our efforts on building relationships of partnership with one another and with Torah? How might this focus on partnership shape our understanding of ourselves as learners, as friends and study partners, as students of Torah? What would such a curriculum look like? These questions framed an 8-session learning experience in which a group of 7th grade Hebrew school students explored and practiced what it can mean to study Torah through the partnerships of Havruta.
Definition of a Havruta is 2 or more people studying together. And this is our understanding of what Havruta is. So we have one person over here in this corner, we have another person here in this corner, and then we have a text over here. It's not just 2 people studying together, it's actually 3 partners. And the third partner isn't a person, but the third partner is the text that we're studying. So how do we actually make the text come alive and speak to us so that it can be part of this Havruta partnership?
Empowering students to bring this partnership to life for themselves requires tools, support, and opportunities for reflection and feedback. At the heart of any Havruta partnership lie the skills of listening and articulating. Students practice the essential skill of listening to one another, as well as the skill of articulating their ideas with the help of cue cards, a tool they used at first to share personal stories, and then as a key learning aid throughout their Torah study experiences.
One time I explained a different way to solve a problem, and that I learned from last year, and Ms. Kashama thought it was a good idea.
Attentive silence.
Okay, and so do you have any questions about it?
Can you tell me more about what you mean?
Well, I mean, I just thought of a different way to solve a problem.
Through scaffolded exercises, students became more self-aware and learned to share their own strengths and challenges.
It was hard, not necessarily just like being silent, but like knowing when to like butt in and say I agree or I disagree, and then knowing when to butt in and ask questions.
Students sensed that their own improvement and growing awareness about themselves as Havruta partners came most powerfully from the feedback of their own partners and their peer group.
At the end of each class, your partner also said something you were good at and something you needed to work on. So you listen to your partner, who's like your number one source of information, and also your teachers who've been watching you. So I think we really improved by the end of the class.
The responsibility students felt for understanding their partners and caring how their peers understood them emerged as the key motivator for growth and learning. But the Havruta partnership is not one shared only by 2 people, but also by a third partner, the Torah text. Learning how we may regard and draw upon sacred text as a full partner was new to students and opened up their learning to new possibilities.
The text is telling you something, so that makes it a partner, that you have to listen to what it's telling you. And just like you can't judge a book by its cover, you can't judge it, or you can't judge a person by their looks. You can't do that with the text either. Okay. Just by scanning it, you've really got to go in to find what you're looking for.
In the early class sessions, it became evident that students' ability to listen closely to the third partner, the text, was challenging. Students would often rush to premature judgment about the text's meaning, preventing them from reaching a more nuanced understanding and closing themselves off to the possibility of multiple meanings.
Okay, Jacob is boring. Fact or interpretation? Jacob is boring. Okay, we have many people not sure. Anybody sure?
Students were able to work through this challenge through the framework of their Havruta partnership.
So here are the 3 partners of Havruta. And one of the things we're trying to do between the 2 people here in your Havruta is to help each other not only feel understood, but be understood. So here is the big ta-da moment. Ready? Wait for it. We also need to do that for our third partner, which is the text.
Students practice seeking to understand the text by exercising the tools of what's your evidence? And is there another way of understanding that?
Well, I put down that he's a mommy's boy. It's like, what's your evidence? I don't understand. Well, it says he's favored by his mom and he likes his mom better. And I can infer that because that's in verse 28, which is here. And it says Isaac favored Esau because he had a taste for game, but Rebekah favored Jacob.
His father Isaac said to him, "Who are you?" And he said, "I am your son Esau, your firstborn." Isaac was seized with a cry, with very violent trembling. "Who was it then," he demanded, that hunted game and brought it to me? Moreover, I ate of it before you came, and I blessed him. Now he must remain blessed."
You're kind of making assumptions by the way you're saying it. He was really mad.
He sort of is. He's trembling. He's violently trembling.
But he might be sad.
Sometimes students have to work hard to keep the Torah text in the conversation and to prevent its details and meanings from being overlooked. But this again is the power of partnership, when our Havruta can challenge our ideas for the sake of greater understanding and learning.
Yes. So basically what happens is they say we hate Hittite women, go and marry someone else, not a Hittite woman. And Esau hears this, and he sees this, and he sees Jacob leave, and he says, now I hate my father for blessing my younger brother over me, so now if I annoy my father, then he'll get annoyed.
I don't see what you're trying to say. Could you explain that in a different way?
Esau is trying to be a jerk to his father.
Because
he didn't get that's my interpretation.
Where's your evidence?
I don't have evidence, it's just an interpretation.
But show me where your interpretation is.
Students reflected that the Torah came to life for them as partners when they became aware of multiple meanings in the text.
Because they really challenged us to think about the text differently than I might have before.
And their peer partners get the credit.
Sometimes I didn't see deeper meanings in the text, so my partner helped me find those meanings and interpretations.
Students also experienced the text as a partner when they felt that the text itself challenged their ideas.
Even if I was saying something wrong, the text would prove me wrong.
By the end of the program, we see that students' ideas, skills, and reflections on learning Torah through partnership begin to come together. Students get better at bringing to life a Havruta partnership of two people and the text, for the sake of seeking deeper understanding of self, of one another.
At first we wouldn't understand each other, but then once we explained it to each other, we both got it, and we came up with really good ideas together.
And of Torah.
Here in this text, you don't see Jacob telling Rebekah. Rebekah just gets involved all of a sudden.
She just says, he's going to get the birthright, go get some skin, go get some hairy stuff on, and we'll get that birthright.
Yeah, and I feel like God favors Jacob here. Do you see that? Because
in a sense, yes.
God knows, but that doesn't make sense now because God could have just had Jacob come out first, not Esau. Was God trying to make it hard for Esau?
Well, we'll never know.
And this was the worksheet that we did that made us go in depth with the passage.
This shows how there are many different ways to interpret things.
Is there another way of understanding that?
Because we thought that was a really important part of why we're doing Havruta.
Person here, and the text where it makes the triangle.
And here's the attentive salads one. Well, because that's what I'm all about.
By the end, today, we're I'm all final drafty because I learned a lot. And that just about wraps it up, folks.
For more information, please visit us on our website.